Hello everyone. Today we'll gain some basic knowledge about the Constitution through some multiple choice questions. So without wasting any time, let's start with the questions. The first question is, what is the basis of allocation of seats in Rajya Sabha? Statement 1, area of the state, or statement 2, the population of the state? Options are A, only one, B, only two, C, both of them, or D, none of them. The correct answer to this question is option B, that is only two, which is the population is the basis of the allocation of seat in the Rajya Sabha. The next question is, at which stage of discussion a bill is published in the Gazette of India? Options are A, first reading, B, second reading, C, third reading, or D, when the bill becomes an act. The correct answer to this question is option A, that is first reading. The first reading of any bill constitute the introduction of the bill and its publication in the Gazette of the India. Leave of the House to introduce the bill is not necessary if a bill is published in the Gazette before its introduction. The next question is, the 14th Amendment Act 1962 incorporated which of the following in the Union of India? Options are A, Andaman and Nicobar, B, Daman Diu, C, Lakshadweep, or D, Puducherry. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is Puducherry. So let's now discuss about the 14th Amendment Act 1962. The 14th Constitutional Amendment Act 1962 led to the incorporation of Puducherry in the Indian Union. It also provided for the creation of legislatures and the Council of Ministers for the Union territories of Himachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura, Goa, Daman Diu, and Puducherry. Moving on to the next question. Which constitutional amendment affirmed the power of the Parliament to amend any part of the Constitution, including the fundamental rights? Options are A, 22nd Amendment, B, 23rd Amendment, C, 24th Amendment, or D, 25th Amendment. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is the 24th Amendment Act 1971. The 24th Constitutional Amendment Act 1971 stated that the Parliament of India has a power to amend any part of the Constitution, including the fundamental rights of a citizen. The next question is, which constitutional amendment curtailed the fundamental rights to property? Options are A, 21st Amendment Act 1967, B, 25th Amendment Act 1971, C, the 42nd Amendment Act 1976, or option D, the 44th Amendment Act 1978. The correct answer to this question is option B, that is the 21st Amendment Act 1971 curtailed the fundamental rights to property to every citizen of the country. So, let's move on to the next question. Who appoints the chairman of Estimates Committee? Options are A, President, B, Prime Minister, C, Speaker of Lok Sabha, or D, the Chairman of Lok Sabha. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha appoints the Chairman of Estimates Committee. The Chairman of the Estimates Committee is appointed by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha from amongst his members, and he is invariably from the ruling party. The committee examines the estimates, including the budget, and suggests economies in public expenditure. The next question is, when was the Parliamentary Forum on Millennium Development Goals created? Options are A. 2000, B. 2010, C. 2013, or D. 2015. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is 2013. The next question is, what is the maximum number of members that a parliamentary forum can have? Options are A. 21, B. 25, C. 30, and D. 31. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is 31. The parliamentary forum consists of not more than 31 members. Out of the 31, not more than 21 are from Lok Sabha and not more than 10 are from Rajya Sabha. So, let's move on to the next question. Who is the ex officio president of Indian Parliamentary Group? Options are A. President, B. Prime Minister, C. Chairman of Rajya Sabha, or D. Speaker of Lok Sabha. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is Speaker of Lok Sabha. Let's understand it in a better way. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha is the ex officio president of Indian Parliamentary Group. The Deputy Speaker of the Lok Sabha and the Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha are the ex officio vice presidents of the group. The next question is, who has the power to make laws in respect of residuary subjects? Options are A. The President, B. The Parliament, C. The Prime Minister, or D. The Vice President. The correct answer to this question is option B, that is, the Parliament has the power to make laws with respect to residuary subjects. The residuary power of the legislation includes the power to levy the residuary taxes. The next question is, who appoints the judges of the State High Court? Options are A. President, B. Prime Minister, C. Governor, or D. The President in consultation with the Chief Justice of India and the Governor of the state. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is, the President, in consultation with the Chief Justice of India and the Governor of the state, appoints the judges of the State High Court. The President can also transfer and remove any judge of the State High Court from one position to another, or from one court of one state to another, after consultation with the governor of that particular state. The next question is, which of the following articles of the Constitution deals with center state financial relation? Options are A. Article 293 to 111, B. Article 258 to 268, Article 268 to 293, or D. None of the above. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is Article 268 to 293. Article 268 to 293 comes under the Part 12 of the Constitution, which deals with the center state financial relations. Along with these, there are other provisions also dealing with the same subjects. The next question is, whose approval needed for the imposition of President's rule? Options are A. The Council of Ministers, B. Lok Sabha, C. Rajya Sabha, or D. Both the houses of the Parliament. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is, permission of both the Houses of Parliament are necessary for imposing the President rule in any area or any geographical area of India. A proclamation should be issued for imposing the President's rule and it must be approved by both the Houses of the Parliament within 2 months from the date of its issue, according to the Constitution of India. The next question is, which type of majority is required for proclamation of financial emergency? The options are A. Simple majority, B. Absolute majority, C. Special majority, or D. Special majority with ratification by half of the state. The correct answer to this question is option A, that is, simple majority is required for proclamation of financial emergency. Talking about emergency, the Indian Constitution, a resolution is required for approving the proclamation of the financial emergency. This resolution can be passed by either of the House of Parliament only by a simple majority. That means a majority of members of that house present and voting. The next question is, which of the following statements are true with respect to financial emergency? Statement 1. Center can direct any state to observe canons of financial property. Statement 2. President may issue directions for the reduction of salaries and allowances. Statement 3. No financial emergency can be declared, has been declared so far. Options are only first statement is correct. B. Only first and second statement is correct. C. Only first and third statement is correct. And D. All the above statements are correct. The correct answer to this question is option D. All of the above. That means all the above statements are correct relating to financial emergency. So basically, the executive authority of the center extends to the giving of the directions to any state to observe such canons of financial property as may be specified in directions during the financial emergency. The president can also issue the directions for the reduction of salaries and allowances. But it is fortunate for our country that so far no financial emergency has been declared by any of the government, ruling government, uh, till the time of independence. Let's move on to the next question. Who administers the oath of office to the governor? Options are A. President, B. Prime Minister, C. Chief Minister, or D. The Chief Minister of the Chief Justice of the State High Court. The correct answer to this question is option D. That is, the Chief Justice of the State High Court administers the oath of the office to the governor. Let's now discuss about the oath of the governor. The oath of the office of the governor is administered by the Chief Justice of the State High Court. If the Chief Justice of the High Court is absent, then the senior most judge of that court available is responsible and is given the authority for administering the oath to the governor before entering his office. The next question is, what action can a governor take on the bill sent to him after it is passed by the state legislature? The statements are: Statement 1. give his assent to the bill. Action 2, withhold his assent to the bill. Action 3, return the bill for reconsideration of the state legislature. And Action 4, reserve the bill for consideration of the President. The options to the above question is A. All of the above actions are correct. B. The governor can take only action 1 and action 4. C. The governor can take only action enumerated in statement 1, 2 and 3. Or D. The governor can take action enumerated in statement in 3 and 4 only. The correct answer to this question is that A. All of the above. That means to say the governor can take all the above action in respect of a bill that is sent to him after it is passed by the state legislature. The next question is, what are the powers of the governor with regards to money bill? Options are A. He can return the money bill back to the state legislature. B. The money bill can be introduced in state legislature without this prior recommendation. C. Both of them. Or D. None of them. The correct answer to this question is option D, that none of them. Let's see what this means. The governor is not empowered to send money bill back for the consideration of the state legislatures. A money bill has to go through the process of the prior recommendation of the governor if it is to be introduced in the state legislature. Let's move on to the next question. Who advises the governor with regard to the summoning of the sessions of the state legislature? Options are A. Governor, B. Chief Minister, C. Speaker of the Legislative Assembly, or D. Chairman of the Legislative Council. The correct answer to this question is option B, that is, the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister of the state, as a leader of the House, advises the governor with regard to the summoning of the sessions of the state legislature. He can also recommend the dissolution of the Legislative Assembly to the governor at any point of time. Now, let's move to the next question. What is the maximum time period for which the president rule can be extended? Options are A. 1 year, B. 2 years, 3. 3 years, or D. None of the above. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is, the period of president's rule can be extended up to 3 years. As a proclamation, the president rule is approved by both the houses of parliament. The president rules continues for 6 months. It can be extended for a maximum period of 3 years with repeated parliamentary approval each of every 6 months.